I'm 25 years old, I'll be 26 in just 2 weeks. So it's kind of interesting that I'm running for citywide office. When we discussed in the office that I wanted to run for this seat, we looked at it and we said, well, what about governor, what about mayor? And of course, I'm kidding. But Republicans don't really run for public advocate, or they haven't in the past. Under Giuliani, they did, and we haven't had someone run for this seat in a while against Betsy Gotbaum. It's an interesting seat that I'm choosing to run for, the public advocate seat. You can make it into whatever you want it to be. And when Jonathan said he was having a forum here tonight on the Republican Party, it's interesting because one of the reasons why I decided to run for public advocate was because I saw the Republican Party, especially in New York City and New York State, going in the wrong direction. We have a tough road ahead of us. So, think about it as if you wanted to buy something in the store. If we go to buy something in the store, we're going to probably buy a Procter & Gamble, one of the best brands out there. The Republican Party has lost its brand, I believe, over the last few years. It's gotten increasingly worse. So we need to first, I think, rebuild the brand. Who are we as Republicans, and what can we do to make ourselves a brand again? I think, almost like GM going bankrupt, the Republican Party should bankrupt itself and reorganize. Regroup, get together, and it's going to take a lot of grassroots. It's going to take a lot of people hitting the streets and getting a new message out there of our change, who we are as Republicans, especially in New York State, not only on the national level, but especially in New York State and New York City. I would recommend young Republicans to do, or anyone in this room, is that there are 16 open city council races in Brooklyn, and for far too long, out of the 51 seats in New York City, few Republicans have run. In areas where you may get 5%, I believe it's still good to run a Republican. The reason why it's good to always run somebody for a seat is not only to be active and have somebody out there, but I believe it's for statistics. You can see what districts swing and which districts don't, who will come out and who won't. I think that all 16 council seats in Brooklyn should have some Republican opponent on there this year, whether it be someone in this room or the county organization goes out and finds people. Every seat should be filled, even if that person is going to get one vote, because that will show where our strongholds are, where there aren't, and what works and what doesn't, because one candidate may have a different way to campaign versus another one, or a different message versus another message. I think that's important. One of the reasons why I wanted to run for public advocate was to say that we should have a Republican running for the seat. So I think that's one thing we should do. 16 seats in Brooklyn, 16 seats should be filled, 16 Republicans should be running. I also think that young people should be getting involved, the 18 to 30-year-olds. We wonder why Barack Obama captured that audience so well. Mr. Aristoff said it right. It was because they wanted to be part of something. It was exciting, it was change. Regardless of what Barack Obama had to say with his liberal policies, or if he didn't say much at all when he spoke. But when he spoke, everyone got goosebumps. Even probably the people in this room, when they heard him speak, someone felt something. And I see some people shaking their head. And what happened with John McCain is that he wasn't a good speaker, and he had a message, but it was weak. And in the end of the day, the other side won. We got defeated. And we do have to look at what the other side did right, and what we did wrong, and maybe what we did right, and what he did wrong.